live at Pizza 216, right downtown on Euclid Avenue, starting at 2 o'clock. So we'll have prizes, and including tickets for the home opener, which is sold out. So if you're as yet empty-handed, I might be able to change that. If you listen to this show on iHeartRadio, if you listen live, there is a talkback button there. You can leave messages. Coming soon to the Alan Cox Show podcast, by the way. If you listen from out of state, tell me where. Brody is a new listener in Oak Harbor, Washington.
And that'll only be available on the iHeart app. On
the iHeart app, yes. It is available now on the live stream. We will be one of the first shows to get it on our podcast. So that information is forthcoming. Brody in Oak Harbor, Washington. Matt's a new listener in D.C. Patty listens in Auburn, Washington. Augustine is one of our bureau chiefs in Denver. And Brandon listens in Glendale, Arizona. So thanks. Oh, by the way, starting Monday, we're back to Go Fund Yourself. So there's going to be 8 chances a day, between 9 and 5, whatever that breaks out to. About 8 chances a day for you to win $1,000. So on this show, it'll be 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, and 5:30. So this show is giving away $20,000 a week in Go Fund Yourself. So that will begin Monday morning at 9 with Rover. And then Stansbury will have some for you, and I will have some for you. We have a lot of bureau chiefs, speaking of which, in the state of South Carolina. This is well documented, by the way.
The Carolinas, we do real well.
We do really well in the Carolinas, yeah. We've got Brad in Fort Mill. We've got Ben and Mike and Colleen and Steve. They're all in Greensville. Jackson Hilton Head, Carissa's in Conway, South Carolina. Brendan and Bob are 2 of our bureau chiefs in Columbia. There's a little town called Bishopville. It's about an hour northeast of Columbia, South Carolina. And they have a maximum security prison there. And they have got the first guy who is going to be killed by firing squad lined up after South Carolina reinstates firing squad. It is an option to be killed.
Did he choose that?
Yeah, he did. That is, and that's if you need a snapshot of America, just know that we have options for how you can be killed for capital punishment. And so a guy named Richard Bernard Moore, he's a 57-year-old man who spent more than 2 decades on death row after being convicted of killing a convenience store clerk. And he has opted for the firing squad. It's going to happen later this month. April 29th is when this guy is going to be killed by firing squad. Your choices in South Carolina are electric chair or firing squad.
It's Friday, and you got to get down to this firing squad.
That's right. If he had chosen electric chair, it would have been Friday. Hey,
that's why his name's on the show.
Yeah. Because these states are having a harder and harder time getting the drugs that you need for lethal injection. So necessity is the mother of reinvention, and they're like, let's just, can we still plug in the electric chair? Can we dust it off? I mean, we know everyone's armed. You could throw a rock and hit 5 guys with rifles, so let's just have them come over here. And
that's barbaric, man.
Is it?
I can't get over.
It depends on what you think about.
At someone.
It depends on what you think about just the concept of capital punishment. There are some people who don't think that the death penalty should be a thing.
But it's not even like, it's just a gruesome, like knowing you are walking, like what do? Just stand there? Because I'm going to flinch. Like,
but he opted for it.
But because he had the electric chair. Like, I don't know what I would choose, but neither one is good. But if you're shooting at me.
Well, I guess he shouldn't have killed that guy then.
But what are they going to do? You have to stand there and take it? No, I don't. I'm a swerve. I'm going to do some Matrix stuff. Like, I'm going to do my best.
You're going to die either way. Why move?
You know, if you're a single guy standing there and there's a line of dudes with firearms, there's nowhere you can go.
I thought it was just one guy.
No, it's going to be a handful of people. What, they got to chase you around? They probably have you shackled to something.
Bro, that is. I'm sorry, I don't like that. Like, if you want to kill someone, if you want to do lethal injection or some humane way, that is barbaric. I don't care. I don't like it. Like, I don't want somebody shooting anybody, and I don't care if it's his punishment or not. I don't like it.
The Department of Corrections in South Carolina spent a little over $50,000 to prepare for their new shooting policy. The death chamber has been renovated to accommodate a firing squad. So it now includes a chair that you sit in. Chair is in the corner of the room away from the current electric chair, which cannot be moved. So in one corner, you've got the electric chair. In the other corner, you've got the chair you sit in that they shoot you to death.
That's crazy. I feel like I'd want to stand up. I feel like getting shot while you're sitting down is...
The firing squad chair is metal with restraints and is surrounded by protective equipment. So it's not you, like the old, what do you want on your tombstone? Yeah. And you go, pepperoni! You know, it's not like you're tied to a post in front of a brick wall and you've got a cigarette in your mouth and a blindfold on.
Trying to trick the person that... To say fire so they get shot.
That's right.
What was that from?
They're like, Viva la Revolucion!
That was from You Can't Do That on Television. A children's show where there would regularly be someone in front of the firing squad.
Being executed. And then they'd trick the person that would say that to say fire, and they'd get shot. Yeah. On a children's show.
On a children's show.
You know, we're going to the Nickelodeon Resort next week in Cancun, and I'm wondering... because you can get slimed and you can go to Good Burger. I'm wondering if they're going to replicate that.
Probably not.
Honey, do you want to go?
Eat some slime while you're down there. See if it helps your throat.
If I will eat anything if it helps my throat. Poundcake, see me after the show. 3 firing squad members will be behind the wall, 15 feet away, with rifles facing the inmate through the opening. Why not just have this in a courtyard? Just pop, 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 pop.
Easy cleanup?
No, man.
The rifles and open portal will not be visible from the witness room. All 3 rifles will be loaded with live ammunition. The witnesses will see the right side profile of the inmate. The inmate will not face the witness room directly. The electric chair faces the witnesses directly.
I don't know how you...
Inmate will wear prison-issued uniform and be escorted into the chamber. He'll be given the opportunity to make a last statement. He'll be strapped into the chair, a hood placed over his head. So it's very similar to the electric chair.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Yeah, he said it's in the chair. What's your last statement, though? That's what I want to know.
A small aim point will be placed over his heart by a member of the execution team. So you don't try to get him in the head. You just don't fire wildly, right?
Yeah, it's too messy.
Aiming for the...
Yeah, you're not double tapping.
I'm sorry, this is wrong.
After the warden reads the execution order, the team will fire. A doctor will examine the inmate. Members of the firing squad are volunteers.
No.
In South Carolina. Hey! You need somebody. It's BYOG.
All right, what's your last... You get that chance. You're about to get put in front of the firing squad. You get one last statement. What's your statement?
Turn the beat around. Love to hear percussion.
What? That's the last thing you want said on Earth? Probably want something wild that doesn't make any sense.
Like turn the beat around. Love to hear percussion.
No.
Turn the beat around. I say...
Today's a good day to die.
Today's a good day. I'm going to go with, guess you'll never find the treasure.
Yeah! Either that wallpaper goes or I do.
Mary, got nothing?
No. The condor is an elegant bird.
The condor is an elegant bird. Oh, my.
What do you have for your last meal?
Pizza.
Yeah, she loves pizza.
Okay.
Maybe stuffed peppers.
Stuffed peppers?
You don't like stuffed peppers?
I don't like it enough to be my last meal.
I like it a lot. I also haven't had it in a few years.
I'm having one of those. I'm having
Jaeger
a bunch of those
slushies.
Jaeger slushies, and
A trough of Jaeger slushies?
They're gonna have plenty of things to clean up after they shoot me.
Stuffed pepper sounds too healthy for a last meal. You have
And that's
no
coming
more
from him.
Yeah,
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? You have no more reason to concern yourself about your health. I mean,
Alan will eat a half a bagel. It's his last meal.
I just don't want to feel full before I get
That's
shot.
it. I
I'll be
don't
full
wanna
of lead. I don't want to be full of bread and lead.
Poundcake, are you ready for the sports break?
Yes.
Number 1 in a series of 2.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
In the headlines today, former Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield is speaking out about how he feels disrespected by the organization. He said the front office lied to him about their intentions on pursuing Deshaun Watson. Baker was on the podcast You Never Know, You Know What I Mean? Baker says he requested a trade shortly after he found out the Browns' interest in Watson, a trade that has not yet been made. Once it is final, Baker, feel free to come on my other podcast, You Don't Know What You Don't Know Until You Know It. Also, this news will probably make Alan mad. Joe Burrow threw a perfect pitch across the Cincinnati Reds home opener. Everyone who saw Joe before the pitch said he looked calm, prepared as ever, and that baby sailed over home plate to everyone's surprise. Naturally, people were making comparisons from Joe's pitch to other celebrity pitches like 50 Cent, Conor McGregor, and Alan Cox. Sorry, boys. Try following Joe's example. And lastly, some lady glued herself to the court at the Clippers versus Timberwolves game. Turns out it was some form of protest against the Wolves owner, Glenn Taylor. Apparently, Taylor and his employees were wrongfully killing chickens on his egg farm in Iowa. The woman's shirt said, Glenn Taylor's roast chickens alive. Well, the woman was escorted out without incident and was banned from the arena, but that's the first time I've seen a lady glued to a basketball game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this Poundcake Sports Break.
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
Guardians over the Reds, by the way. 7-3, your final today.
Guardians are playing good.
They're playing very, very well right now.
Who was surprised by the professional quarterback throwing a good first pitch?
Right.
He was in the Super Bowl.
I mean, just because you can throw a football doesn't mean you can throw a baseball, does it?
You can throw?
You can throw.
Well, there's a lot of people that you think would do great, and they...
Right, but they can throw. And a lot of
But your nerves get the best of you.
He was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, nerves aren't a thing.
He's
Different
fine.
sport.
Yeah. Usually, like, if you're a lineman or running back, you might not be able to throw a baseball that well. But most quarterbacks, I think, are going to throw a pretty good opening pitch, first pitch.
Since you got your degree and you know everything, then...
I got nothing.
He's
Just
trying
have
to get
common
his
sense.
degree revoked. Mm-hmm. Or rescinded, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, did you see that Chipotle is testing chip-making robots?
Is this going to make an upcharge on the chips?
Actually, it should make them cheaper,
Make 'em
you would
cheaper,
think.
probably.
Man, Chipotle been robbing
Well,
me.
there's a lot of these places, though, that they go, well, this will help us with the labor shortage. And it's not so much a labor shortage that companies will do anything other than paying people more. But Chipotle starts people at like $16 an hour. So and nobody's getting rich off that, but it's not minimum wage.
I remember when like a burrito or a bowl was like $6.25.
Yeah,
Gone.
chicken one.
Gone are those days.
The robot is called Chippy. They'll be able to cook and season Chipotle's popular chips. Do people do this now? I thought that they just took a bag of something and put it in oil or
and
how
And then
about
they put lime and salt on it.
I need to know if this is a white robot or not because I don't want no white robot.
A white robot?
Seasoning my chips.
He wants it to be wearing a sombrero.
Jesus.
I'm just saying. I want someone with some seasoning themselves to be seasoning my chips.
It's a robot.
Nah.
It's programmed.
Yes.
By who? The white man? They're like, this is how much. This is.
By you, Cody. You
Little-
get to
the
program
white
it.
man.
Also,
This guy.
this is
You're half
Chipotle.
white.
Chipotle's got, I mean, their chips, half of them end up wet for some reason.
Yes.
They're not great
And then
chips.
all the salt's on one chip.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe
Chip-
this will help.
But again, it basically comes down to they're like, well, we're going to figure out a way to pay fewer people. Because they go, The robot will do it exactly the same way that our human employees do.
They took our jobs.
Chippy uses a form of artificial intelligence. Mind you, human workers are using actual intelligence. Chippy uses a form of artificial intelligence to recreate Chipotle's tortilla chip recipe, which includes corn flour, water, and sunflower oil. The baked chips are coated with salt and a hint of lime juice. Other stores have tried this. There was a hamburger restaurant. They had a hamburger making robot that I think broke immediately.
I think they got robbed.
They got
burgled.
burgled.
Got burgled.
Yeah. There's a guy out there that's what he lives his life doing.
He burgles hams.
Steamed hams.
They call him the ham burglar.
I'm Team Robot. We got a robot vacuum, and I love that thing. So if the robot can make chips,
are you calling your Roomba a robot vacuum?
it's not a Roomba. It's a Eufy. But yes, it's a robot.
what?
Eufy, EUFY.
Oh, yeah. That's all Chinese malware. You should not be using a Eufy.
What? Nobody told me that.
I'm telling you now.
I'm not going to return it. I already
All
threw
right.
everything away.
I guess you want the Chinese to know what's on your floors, Mary.
What do you mean? Like they're stalking me via my Roomba?
Like,
My
Eufy was like, camera-wise and other things-wise, I think that that was a real iffy company for like Chinese malware.
Well, I did a bunch of research on what's the best one to clean up cat litter. And the brand...
alive, you are coming with me.
The one that I bought was like high rated on every like pet website and everything like that.
Okay.
So the
How much was
Chinese
it?
know about my house. $200. That's what they cost.
It's worth it. It's worth
Dude,
it. No, I'm
we
not.
run it twice
I used
a
to
day.
have one of those, and I left it with one of the ex-girlfriends. But
We have
I think I
one
need to
room
get
in our
another
house
one.
with carpet, and I don't. I like vacuuming. I don't mind vacuuming.
Well, no, we use it for the hardwood because my cat drags litter. The whole house is hardwood floors, so there's cat litter everywhere. So we run the robot twice a week or twice a day.
Earth boy, it's me, Short Circuit.
Just go away.
Beep bop boop. Beep bop boop.
So you're
Oh, my
saying
dog would
China?
hate it.
China has information on my home now.
China's like, can you tell your boyfriend to stop drumming?
He hasn't drummed since I moved in. Actually,
He hasn't?
no,
Oh,
we
you
haven't.
broke him.
How is he like
Because-
not go? No wonder you guys are at each other's throats.
We're not at each other's
He
throats,
needs to
but
do it, man.
we got all that soundproofing to hang up and stuff, and we were giving the cat time to adjust before she's gonna freak out. She's gonna freak out when she hears the drums. She runs and hides when a car drives by. That's too
yeah,
loud.
too bad. Get rid of the cat.
I'm not
How many
getting rid of
times
the
do I have
cat.
to say
I'm
this?
getting rid of the cat.
Please. Cat v. drums. Frankly, drums v. anything. Drums should win.
Well, we're hanging up the soundproofing tonight, so he'll probably play
Granted, my
next
daughter
week.
has yet to hear me play the drums, and she's 6.
Oh, so what do you?
Because I don't have a cat, which means
have
Alan
a
1, Mary
child.
0.
Whatever. Cat is my kid.
All right, listen.
Cat is her kid, she says.
I didn't say that.
Well, listen. There could be a catastrophic data breach from your... Okay, I got a break.
The Alan Cox Show.
Hello, afternoons on the buzzard, baby. I got to take a break. 35192. If God knows why you'd want to, but if you want to text.